this video, I'm going to show you some features of Google Docs, some updated features in Google Docs, and I hope you find them useful. The first part is going to be about navigating the toolbar. So when we talk about the toolbar, we need to notice that there are multiple layers of that toolbar, and each layer allows you to do certain things. The top one the top ones are about the document properties, like the whole document properties. Whenever you open a new document, it's usually untitled. You need to make sure that you give it a title. This folder with an arrow inside allows you to move the document to any specific folder you want. You need to look at what exists as extensions, tools, format, insert, view. Mostly the insert, we're going to go through a lot of insert functions today. And then to the right hand side is the sharing option. When you share, you can share with one person, you can share with a group. When you do that, you need to make sure whether you're giving them viewing rights, commenting rights, or editing rights. In here also you can see that you have a meet. You can start a meet from within the doc. You can insert a comment and it shows you the history. The lower part of the toolbar is the editing tools of the documents, like the fonts, how you want it to be, what you can attach, bullet points, etc. Go through those and you can see what each one does. Now back to action. Let's start a new document. I'm going to start a document from Google Drive. You can start it from another file or from the waffle. I'm going to start a new Google Docs. As we said, it's going to be untitled. So the first thing to do is make sure that you give your document a title. Otherwise, you'll end up with many untitled documents saved in your drive and you don't know what they are. So I'm gonna call it Google Training Beginners. And now I gave it a title. As you can see, it's saved to Drive. I want to move it to my training folder, so I'm going to click and then I'm going to move it to my training. So you see how coloring some folders might be useful. I'm going to move it there, and that's my training document. Now, if I don't choose anything specific, the default is to be a normal text. However, I can change that. If I click on the triangle, I can see that I can change the normal text to be a title. By default, the font changed, and then I'm gonna call it chapter 1. And then I'm click enter. After I click enter, it goes back to normal text, expecting that I'm gonna insert a normal text. And then I can type whatever I want. I click enter. I can also now insert a heading. I'm going to put heading 1, and then heading 1, I'm going to call it section 1. Okay, as you can see, while I'm typing this, it went back to normal text, but something is appearing to the left hand side. So this is the document outline. I'm gonna type something, and then it goes back to normal text, and then I'm gonna put heading 2. As you can see, as you go down, the headings become smaller. You can change it back to heading 1 and put section 2 if you want, if they are the same type, and then section 3, back to heading 1, and then it's section 3. And so on. As you can see, the sections are at the same level. If in section 1 I put heading 2, it's going to go smaller, and I'm going to call it paragraph or subsection 1. Okay, you see subsection 1 is inside section 1, and it is smaller, and it is indented to a little bit to the right. So these are the document outline. Okay, so if I click at section 2, it will take me to section 2, to section 3, and so on. Now it doesn't show much because it's all one page. So let's try to put some content in there. Life cycle of a butterfly, and I'm gonna just open any article, and we'll use that article to copy paste or to create content. I'm gonna copy this and put it is in section 1, okay, subsection 1, okay, and I'm gonna copy image and put it in subsection 2, and then definitely we don't do that. We don't just copy paste, just I'm creating quick content. So if I click on section 1, it takes me up to section 1, then I go to section 3, it takes me to section 3. You got the idea. Now, what I want to show you is that this is called tab 1. I'm going to rename this tab and I'm going to call it biology. Okay. Now I'm going to add a new tab, and this time I'm going to call it chemistry. As you can see, it opened as if it's a new document, completely new document, but it is still within the same document. It's still under Google Training. If I go to biology, it takes me back to the biology tab. I go to chemistry, it takes me to the chemistry tab, and I can do the same. Okay, I can, if I click on insert, I see that I can insert so many things. I can insert an image, um, either upload it from the computer or search the web. To search the web, carbon dioxide cycle. Okay, then I'm going to insert this image, insert, and it's there. Insert a table. When you insert a table, it allows you to specify how many rows and columns you want. Insert a drawing. You can either prepare a drawing or start a new drawing. Why this is important? Because this is the place where you can actually insert a text box. So when you're inserting a drawing, you have some options. You can insert a shape, and in that shape you can type if you want, or this TT is actually a text box. You can insert a text box, then save and close. Because I was inside the table, it put the drawing inside the table, but I can put it outside, and then I can make it bigger or smaller as much as I want. And whenever I want to edit, I need to go back and edit the actual drawing or the text box inside the drawing. What I wanted to show you is that whenever you insert an image, you see these appear if you highlight the image. This is the format of the image. So is it in line? Is it wrapped? Is it, does it break the text? Is it behind the text or in front of the text? And then if you click on this more image option, size and rotation, and all image option, these are important because sometimes they help you decide on what you want to do. Like this one, when I put it wrap with text, like it puts it somewhere within the text. So if you're typing, okay, and then you want to move this, you can move it. It wraps with, you can move it around. If it's like that, it goes back to the top. It's not wrapped with it. So play with these and see what format works best for your document. Okay. You can also insert a chart, and then when you insert a chart like a bar chart or a column chart or a pie chart, you can insert them from sheets as well. And when you insert them from sheets, it allows you to um, to um, um, link them. So whenever you update the sheet, the doc um, keeps being updated. Okay. Other things that you can insert is the one that I want to talk about is actually the drop down. I use this drop down to create this worksheet, for example, chapter one. This drop down is basically from that document I showed you. Um, so I made it as an interactive worksheet. So what I did, I replaced some words with a drop down menu of words that the student can select from. This is one way to create a worksheet from an article or from a text. Easy to use. All the student need to do is choose a word from the drop down, and this helps them, um, you know, um, learn the content. These are some of the features in a Google Doc that you can insert. Another important feature is when you go to File, there is a button called Make Available Offline. What happens when I click this button? When I click this button, it allows this document to be edited even if you are not connected to the internet. And once you get connected to the internet, all the changes that you made, they automatically sync to the cloud and they become active. So this is important, especially if you have certain periods of time when you go offline, but you want to be able to work on your documents. I do that, for example, if I'm traveling. Whatever documents I want to work with, I make them available offline. I edit them while offline, and then whenever I'm connected, then they automatically sync. So now the document is available offline. This is very important.